Hello, welcome to Week 5, Summer 2017, Finance 311. We're getting down to the last 2 weeks, and as I said in the beginning, we're doing 15 weeks of work in 6 weeks. So yes, there is a lot of things to be doing. Let's start with what should you be working on now. The first thing is there's going to be a midterm review video available on Monday where I'm going to walk through some of the questions that a number of you got wrong, but walk you through how to solve the problem, how to be able to take a better test. Then what else is going to be out there is Module 6, Capital Structure, Module 7, Planning. Now, the name on the video may actually be different than the name in Canvas, but don't worry about it. I've checked it, and it does link, at least it did a few minutes ago, link fairly well. The next thing is Project 3 is due on next Tuesday, June 20th. So you have time to do that. I'm going to walk through the instructions on that next. And then on Monday morning, by Monday morning, I should have the midterm review and the sample of Eris out there for you, so you can make sure that you understand what we need to do for Project 3. But I want to get that out there today for some of you that like to jump in on this on a Sunday afternoon or early Monday morning. Everybody's different. Let's talk about Project 3. First thing is it is worth 10 points and due Tuesday, June 20th. That's the last week of the course. Now, it's only worth 10 points, but it's a very important part, and it looks like there's a lot here, but a lot of this is taking what you've worked at and pulling it all together. We want to pull everything together into one document. This should be done in PowerPoint, and you should include your Excel sheets in your submission. And what you are going to do, a lot of the grading is going to be how have you organized that. If you have a worksheet, attach it as Excel. Use the notes section for additional information. You don't need to use animations or anything like that, but we want it to be very easy to follow and have a logical flow. So the first thing is you want to do is in that, everything that was done in Project 1 and 2 should be consolidated into this single PowerPoint. Okay? Some of you have already done that. But the outcome is going to be one PowerPoint that includes everything that was done in 1, 2, and the additional information. Essentially what I'm having you do is create an analyst report on that company. For those of you that are involved in the Smith Fund, this will help you. When you're done with this, you'll feel much more confident in actually being able to analyze a company and make a pitch. If you're not involved in Smith, and this is an interesting topic for you, I encourage you to join Smith in the fall. The outline. Start with the title page. Very simple. Your company. Make sure your name is on the page, because when I go correct it, if I don't see your name and name your file your name, first thing I want to do is a company summary. That's what you did in Project 1. Summary financial statements, table, common size, and graph, which you did in number 2. A cash flow summary, which you've already done. The cash conversion cycle for the firm, the free cash flow for the firm, include the graphs and comments if you made any. So this is the stuff that you've already done. This is just pulling it together. The next thing, as we move into it, you've already done a sales analysis. Now, I made some comments on your sales analysis. Please follow up on them, so that we can make sure you understand what we're trying to get at with that. Some of you did a super job, others need a little more work on that. So do that. Then I want you to do is review expenses. And when you look at that, I think when you look at your common size income statement, I want you to identify any majors. So you want to comment on cost of goods sold and any of the other expenses. Again, some of you have already done this. So you have it all out there. Just review the expenses and find out what they are. You did a ratio review previously, so I want you to do that. You just put that in. The next piece, sorry about this. This is like making me crazy. Something's happening with my recording system here. But a ratio review. Then I ask you to come up with a series of questions. Now, I went through your questions in fair detail and gave you some feedback. So what I'd like you to do is take my suggestions and what you've done and respond to those questions. If you're unclear as to what questions you should have, please feel free to email me. I do watch my emails fairly closely, and we'll get back very quickly. So I wanted to answer the questions. Now, when you fill out your sales analysis and review expenses, I think you're going to find a lot of these questions you can answer them. If you would like, you might want to put the questions in the section of your PowerPoint in which they pertain. So if there's a question about sales, put it in the piece on sales analysis. Okay? But if you're unclear on what questions, please let me know. We will go through that, as I said. The next thing I want you to do, and you'll see this in Eris, is I want you to summarize what are outside analysts saying about the company. What are they projecting sales to be, earnings per share, and a price target? You'll see that in Eris, but everything is on the Wall Street Journal. If you bring up the Wall Street Journal and you put in the stock symbol and you dig down, you're going to see a chart that says financial information. And you go to that and you'll find it. I'll give you a sample of that just in a moment. Last but not least is a conclusion page. Make a conclusion on the company, its future. What do you think? So let's take a brief look now at using the Wall Street Journal. I'm on the Wall Street Journal site, and you can go to the main page or you can go to the market data page. It doesn't matter. And what you can do up here in the top, right up here, is you're going to put in the stock symbol. Now, a number of you are working on HDS, Supply Holdings. So let's bring that one up because something happened there this week and I want to show you. So the first thing is if you take a look at the chart, and if you look here, we're doing okay, 41.34, 31.34, 5 days. And then look what happened on the 6th. Boom. And it lost. If you look at it, it's lost about 25% of its value. Why did it do that? Well, a couple of things. One, they announced some changes in management. They're going to sell some of their business. And first quarter results were out. And if we click on that, we can see that basically they didn't do too bad. Sales increased, which is good. Operating income, unfortunately, decreased. So there's positives and negatives. It did increase net income, and that's very positive, but it was below where the analysts had anticipated. They're going to buy back some shares in the marketplace, but the market didn't react positively with that. So that's you can see that there, and you can see that over a 3-month period. Look at the precipitous drop is actually pretty huge, as it lost almost 25% of its value. But what you're doing if you're moving down, what you're going to see is some key stock data. But if you keep coming down, what you're going to see is research and ratings. Okay, that's right here. And if you go to annual and press more information, you're going to find what you need for your company. The first thing is you're going to see this is the actual results here, and let's put it on annual. So when we're looking at the actual for 16 was $1, analysts thought it was going to be more. Now, what you have out there for fiscal year 2017 is $2.31 is what's being estimated, and $2.93 per share as we get into 18. So this is where you look at and find your consensus earnings, okay? And this is the target price. The target price at the median is 39, and it ranges from 33 to 50, and you can see the current price is 31.51. But the analyst, what's very interesting is the analysts, you got 15 people following it, 7 give it a buy, 1 is an overweight, and a hold is the rest. But when you take all those that are buying and waiting them all out, the financial markets, the analysts, are seeing it as very, very positive. So I think that gives you a great this is how you go do it. So you want to do that for your company. If you have any questions, I'm going to do this again in Eris, but this is a good source of information. As always, please let me know if you have any questions.